What's happening, model makers? I hope you're all doing great out there. I apparently am in a video making kind of mood because I'm just and seem to be doing a lot of it lately. I sort of just felt like I had so many different things going on, and I hadn't really done any kind of like a general update in a while, and just thought I would do that. I don't expect that all you guys are suffering through all of my individual video shenanigans, and so this is maybe a way to let you know what I've got going on if you are interested. And as you can see, I have got a pile of kits sitting right here, and these top two are sorely tempting me to get started on them right away because they are the legendary, that's right, Maschinenkrieger kits. And I've got the Griffin here, and I have also got the Falca here as well. And these things are super cool. I just discovered them a few weeks back, and if you're not really familiar with them, these things are sci-fi kits, but they don't really have any sort of like an origin story. Like, they're not part of a game or a movie or a book or anything like that. They got started, my understanding is, like 20 years ago as basically the result of some really cool industrial design and kit bashing by a Japanese model maker. And Hasegawa has turned them into real kits. And by all reports, they're fantastic. After I built my Hasegawa 132nd P51D, I swore I'd never buy another Hase kit, but these were way too cool to pass up just because of that. So I'm really excited about getting started on these. They look like simple kits, and they are big. They're 1/20th scale, so the finished Falca is going to end up being about this long. And I think it's going to provide a lot of real estate for really cool painting. I'm going to do one of them as a sort of a pseudo-military thing that they sort of show on the box. And the other one, I'm going to go way off the rails on. I haven't done anything glossy in a long time. So I'm going to do that one as like something different. Like a anti-gravity powered sports car racer kind of a thing. So hopefully that'll be cool. It'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get started. I'm also still working on the Accurate Miniatures 148 B25. That's been an adventure. Right now I'm in the middle of battling the nose gear. If you know anything at all about that kit, you know that the nose gear is super fragile and will get snapped off no less than a dozen times after you glue it in place, because you have to put it into the fuselage before you glue the halves of the fuselage together, and then it's just sticking out there like that for the whole rest of the time that you're working on the kit. You can get a white metal replacement, which I've done, and I'll talk about that in my actual video on the kit itself. But I wasn't happy with those. The surface finish and the detail resolution was not good. And so I have just received an order of tubing from Sprue Brothers. This is Albion Alloys brass tubing in several different sizes, and some stainless steel tubing that I got from a place called Component Supply. This is 304 stainless hypodermic tubing, and I am going to be attempting to scratch build a nose gear for the B25. It's actually going to be a combination of scratch building and using some of both the white metal and the plastic parts that I have. So we'll see. That could get silly. I also have been working on something that I haven't done any kind of a video on, except for when I did the review of the Dragon 1945 U.S. Army Tank Riders figures set, and that's the Tamiya 135th scale Willis, which I'm doing as part of just a simple little vignette with with the Jeep itself in one figure. The Jeep is done. I'm stoked about how it came out, and now I got the figure mostly assembled, and I am just procrastinating starting on the paintwork because I'm scared, bros. I feel like I'm a fairly effective painter with an airbrush, but when I get a hairbrush in my hand, I'm a disaster. So I'm not totally stoked on that. I also am working on doing my construction review of this, which is the Dragon 132nd BF109E4, and it's a really cool kit. About 250 parts, just really, really sweet. Lots of detail, and I think that if you're interested in something like that this may end up being the premier 1/32nd scale BF 109, the E model anyway, that's out there. So that's been pretty cool. I actually am going to do a couple of reviews for Kitmaker Network. Hopefully they won't fire me immediately once they see the shenanigans that I've pulled with this first one. They also sent me the Mini Art D7 Bulldozer kit, which I have long been interested in. It's probably a ridiculous way to start building armor. It's got 750 some odd parts and is, by all reports, the most feared model kit on the internet. So we'll see how that goes. That's not going to be a construction review. That's going to be a full-on build project. I'm going to do that one soup to nuts with everything I can throw at it. So hopefully that'll turn out well. Also, as if that's not enough, I know you guys are like, what? Because I normally am pretty adamant about only having one or two projects on my bench at a time and not having a stash. But what can I say? Some things have come up that have just been super interesting and that I couldn't say no to, and one of them was this. And I know you're like, what? What's so compelling about the Airfix 148 Spitfire other than its new tool and is supposed to be a really good kit? Well, so imagine if you were just walking along the street next to the Dallas Cowboys spring training camp, and you were a up-and-coming high school quarterback, and the Cowboys jogged over and said, "Hey, man, why don't you come toss the ball around with us a little bit?" You'd be like, first you'd be like, "What? Why me?" And then secondly, you'd be like, "Hell yeah. I don't know why you asked me, but I'm in." And that's what's happened to me, and that's why I have this Supermarine Spitfire sitting here, because Andy Firth, my buddy from the UK, who is known to you guys as Central Industrial Art Modeling, who's a fantastic builder, asked me if I wanted to participate in a group build with him and Gary Bottoms. Now, that's not really a group, that's a trio, but trio build doesn't sound very cool. But anyway, we are going to call this the 3 Model Tiers group build, and all 3 of us are building the Airfix 148 Supermarine Spitfire. And I think I've found one with a pretty cool story that I'm going to do, and I'll talk about that in an actual video for that project. But I'm still, kind of speechless about it. I'm not sure why they asked me to be in their trio build. But it's probably because they need a patsy, and they want somebody to help them look even more awesome than they already are. And that's me, so expect some comedy on that front. We'll see how it goes. I'll certainly do my best to deserve to have been invited, that's for sure. All right, so that's it. That's everything. That's a lot of me running off at the mouth for about 12 minutes. About what I have going on. It seems like a lot, and it is, and part of the reason why I want to do this little video is to just kind of say it all out loud and get my mind around all of it. My bench overfloweth with good shit, and I am very happy about that. It's making it much easier for me to get up in the morning. I have that to look forward to each day. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys are having similar fun in your workshops, and if you're still hanging out, still watching, I appreciate it. Much love. I know. You thought I was done, but I just got an email that reminded me of something that I really wanted to say. I want to throw some mad shouts to my buddy Matthew Bowl, who is the honcho at Hobby World USA. As I've made my journey back into scale modeling and done a lot of shopping on the internet, I've had quite a few experiences that have been pretty good, some not so good, but none of them have been as fantastic as it has been working with Matt at Hobby World USA. Did I say that before? Hobby World USA. He's not paying me to say this. He doesn't even know I'm saying it. I just feel like good service deserves a mention, and that should be his reward for being an awesome guy and for just really getting it about customer service. For some reason, a shopping cart order that I put together yesterday, when I went back to look at it again today, it was all gone, and I had to re-enter it. That's a first world problem, I know. But look, it's 2015, and shopping carts should never expire. That's just silly if they do. But almost everybody's does. I immediately emailed Matthew and I said, "Hey man, my shopping cart expired, just thought you should know." And his email response was basically, "That's not supposed to happen. Thanks for letting me know. I'm always looking for ways to improve." And that's why he rocks. And I just wanted to throw a shout out to him and recommend to you guys that if you're in the United States or maybe even in Canada and you need some stuff, he's got all the UMP products, he's got MIG stuff, he's adding all of the Model Master acrylic paints, which are becoming my favorite. And he's super responsive. If you have questions, you just email him. So anyway, awesome dude, deserves a shout. Get some.